degrees right now in Sandburg outside the high desert, 54 in Burbank and 59 in Corona. Look for freezing temperatures to continue overnight after a day where we saw a high of 70 degrees right around normal. But speaking of those freeze warnings and hard freeze warnings, really dangerously cold conditions expected to continue in these areas until 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then there's the winds. A light to moderate Santa Ana wind event is very much underway. Gusty winds approaching in these areas upwards of 45, even 50 miles per hour. And right now we're starting to see some of those registering on the map. I'll have much more details on your forecast coming up. Back to you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News at 10. I'm Rick Chamberlain.
And I'm Karine Winter. Hamas released more hostages in exchange for the release of dozens of Palestinians who were held in Israel's jails.
Yeah, that development came, though, after negotiators settled a dispute over some aid to northern Gaza. Now, these are just some of the faces of those returning to their loved ones today. All of them are now in Israel, where they are receiving some medical care.
Our Rachel Menitoff has been tracking today's tension-filled developments, and she joins us now in studio with the details. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Karine. Hi, Rick. Good evening to you both. Today is, of course, day 2 of the 4-day ceasefire. Hamas eventually released 13 Israelis and 4 Thai nationals in a second round of swaps. This happened after Hamas initially delayed the exchange, claiming that Israel had violated the terms of their agreement. An emotional reunion tonight between the families of 13 more Israeli citizens released from Hamas captivity. This is 9-year-old Emily Hand reuniting with her father and 12-year-old Hila Rotem running into her uncle's arms. As far as we know, Hila's mother remains hostage in Gaza. They are among the second group of women and children released Saturday, ranging in age from 3 to 67. Over the last 2 days, 41 of the 240 hostages kidnapped during the October 7th surprise attack on Israel have been returned home and brought to hospitals like this one.
They're in good condition, and they are surrounded by our multidisciplinary teams, social workers, psychologists, nurses, and doctors.
And in the West Bank, 39 Palestinian prisoners were released from Israeli prisons, 33 teenage boys and 6 women. In Gaza, trucks filled with much-needed fuel, food, and supplies made their way to the northern region. Many residents saying the pause in fighting is a relief, albeit a temporary one. Saturday's scheduled exchange took an uncertain turn. Hamas initially delayed it after a dispute about the Palestinian prisoners and the amount of aid brought into Gaza.
We believe that the Israelis till now, they are not responding in the right and the positive way to what was achieved.
This was ultimately resolved by international mediators. Overall, Hamas is supposed to release 50 Israeli hostages, and Israel has said it will free 150 Palestinian prisoners over the 4-day ceasefire. President Biden also renewed his commitment to the Americans still held captive.
2 American women and 1 4-year-old child, Abigail, who remains among those missing. We also will not stop until we get these hostages brought home.
CNN is reporting tonight that Israel already has a list of hostages scheduled to be released tomorrow on the 3rd day of the ceasefire. Qatari officials are in Israel. They're brokering this deal and have said they're going to ensure it moves smoothly. Rick, Karine, back to you.
Yeah, this massive rally was held today in downtown L.A. This is in support, as you could hear there, for Palestinian rights. The vocal demonstration started in Pershing Square and then kind of snarled traffic on nearby streets at the same time. The event was billed as an all-out for Palestine event. Protesters calling for political liberation by confronting oppression and dispossession of the Palestinian people.
We need to have people understand that it's not about religion, it's politics, and politics is what gets us in this place. And we have the right, we have the power to share our voices, and we can't spread hatred, we have to spread love, we have to spread that. The Palestinian men and women shouldn't have to be getting their children under rubble. You know, that's inhumane, that's not right. And people need to know that it's our tax dollars that fund this, it's support of our politics. politicians that do this.